Ooh, holy crap. I have actual, authentic, good Star Wars news. Yes, the Clone Wars has been saved. It is returning for the 7th season to finally wrap everything up with it's watching that trailer. I watched the trailer probably like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times. And seriously, I got goosebumps. I very rarely am I excited about Star Wars anymore these days. And part of me, just part of me is like, how is Disney going to screw this up? But with the director, Dave Filoni, the trailer looks really good. And if you don't know about Clone Wars, then it's about time you get to know, because it's one of the least, one of the most under the radar, high quality, through and through Star Wars productions out there. People look at it and I think they saw that it was a cartoon that's animated, and maybe that originally turned some OG Star Wars fans off, or even adults, but Star Wars on Star Wars. But I'm going to give you a brief history. So from 2008 to 2013, the Clone Wars actually ran on Cartoon Network, revealing a massive war that took place between the theatrical and live-action movies, Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. It featured existing characters such as Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, as well as a number of original fan favorites, including Anakin's apprentice, Ahsoka Tano, and Captain Rex. In 2013, Lucasfilm announced it was winding down the show, eventually sending its final 6 episodes to Netflix, while another unfinished story arc was written up, creating the follow-up Star Wars animated show Star Wars Rebels, set between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope / Rogue One. After a 4-season run, Rebels ended earlier this year. More recently, Lucasfilm announced a 3rd animated show, Star Wars Resistance, set prior to The Force Awakens. Let me be very clear. That meme of like the dude with like Star Wars Resistance and then checking back at Clone Wars, like that's legitimately what most Star Wars people are doing. And it has been really rare that Star Wars news has been universally positively received. Filoni was joined by fellow producer Athena Portillo again at San Diego Comic-Con. God, I hope people get this notification. I just uploaded a video. Ahsoka's voice actress Ashley Eckstein, Anakin Skywalker voice actor Matt Latner, and series composer Kevin Kiner, who used the panel to look back over the production of the series. At the very end of the panel, Filoni noted that barely a week went by when someone didn't tag him on Twitter asking him to save the Clone Wars. He closed out the panel by screening a trailer, accompanied by the hashtag Clone Wars saved. The room packed with fans dressed as characters from the show erupted into cheers. It was insane, and I'm very careful to use any footage. I'm not sure if I can use any footage from the actual trailer, but check it out. It's unbelievable. And the trailer, as described, opens up in a long tracking shot featuring dialogue from Captain Rex before fading into text, "A war left unfinished until now." The rest of the trailer teases the lead up to a massive battle between Star Wars lore, the Siege Mandalore, and it shows the reunification of Ahsoka and Anakin, who parted ways at the end of the show's 5th season. That's a little spoiler. Shit, I should have said spoiler alert, because at the very end of the trailer, you see that, and it's pretty cool. And it's the battle is one of the final skirmishes of the Clone Wars, documented through flashbacks of E.K. Johnson's YA young adult novel Ahsoka, and featured the Republic's forces going up against an army led by Phantom Menace villain Darth Maul. According to StarWars.com, the show will return with a new season of 12 additional episodes. Now here's kind of the bummer. Via Disney's direct-to-consumer streaming service, which is expected to launch sometime later this year. When the service was first announced, Disney CEO Bob Iger noted that it would launch with new stories from the Star Wars universe, including a new live-action Star Wars show. That's going to be terrible, I'm sure, which will be written by Jon Favreau. Speaking with StarWars.com, Filoni cited the enthusiasm of the show's fans, noting their love of these characters and the show, the love of the characters show has not diminished. Any opportunity to put the final pieces of a story in place is meaningful as a storyteller. Now, I don't know if they're going to just put all previous seasons. I hope they do that. Because, like, shoot, you got to watch, you can watch old Cartoon Network episodes, then you got to go on Netflix for a season, then you got to go on Disney. So Disney Streamers has one. It hasn't even launched yet, right? During the Walt Disney Company's quarterly earnings call on November 9th, this is back to last year, Bob Iger casually drops the news, the tidbit that made the biggest headlines of the company had just closed a deal with writer Roundhead Ryan Johnson to create a new trilogy of movies. But another comment ended up having more significant impact, not just for Disney, but for the entertainment world at large. Iger announced that Disney is developing a series of original television shows for its upcoming video streaming service. They include live-action Star Wars television shows, a new Marvel show, and programs based on High School Musical and Pixar Monsters, Inc. franchise. Now, we don't know anything about the pricing, but we can assume that it's going to be probably included as a premium channel. It's led to exclusivity deals with companies paying to be its only streaming service carrying Orphan Black or any upcoming Marvel movies. So that is an issue. That is a big issue. Are we going to get it? Are they going to pull everything off everybody else's service? My guess is yes. And now, are we going to have to pay for Disney's exclusive streaming service? Will it warrant the expense? Now, if it's anything like Netflix, you'll be able to pay for 1 month and then just binge watch everything and then get out if you don't find any interesting content. But I'm nervous about having to pay for yet another a la carte TV service. There's Netflix, there's Hulu, there's Amazon Prime Video, and then obviously we have HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, all these things now going a la carte direct to the consumer. And most people, I think, were getting out of pay television because they got sick of paying $200 a month. Well, now you're paying $15 for Netflix, $15 for Hulu, $15 for Disney, $10 for Amazon. Before you know it, you're spending the exact same you were before, which is, of course, what they want. But it's interesting to see how this is all going to pan out. Certainly Disney has the movies, they have the IPs to give enough original content for their streaming service to keep it going and keep people interested. But ultimately, I always hate seeing shows that don't get to finish their story arc. I remember, oh man, there's so many. Carnival on HBO, 2 seasons. Failed me. Deadwood, one of my all-time favorite shows, never got its last season. There's a ton of shows out there that never got to close the book, and my hope is that the return of Clone Wars, the saving of it, the completion of the story. Oh God, please Disney, don't screw this up. Please Disney, please, please, please do not screw this up. So I want to quick give you some more information about Disney's streaming service. So it's going to be around in late 2019 allegedly, and the actual cost of it is $5 a month, and you're going to get Disney properties like Marvel, Pixar, Star Wars. I'm sure they'll have crazy ESPN stuff. It's not too bad. $5 a month, I think, probably worth it, even if you just pay for a couple of months to get the Star Wars Clone Wars series, and then you bail out. Good news then. I think as long as Disney doesn't screw up Clone Wars, which I'm hoping, please don't, it's going to be cheap to get, and I'm really, really looking forward to it.